And here's where it's broke. But somehow, that sucker is balanced up in there perfectly. How does that work? Huh.
A bear.
Yeah, bear. Oh, Yogi.
Yep, old Yogi bear. Not Smokey.
Smokey?
Smokey's a Smokey bear.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
And then look right here.
That guy's a punk. He don't like me. We got another one up there.
This ain't the same tree, I don't think. Don't look like it.
I don't really see a fresh break on the ground here to accommodate for that. Not unless it's, no, that's way too far.
And I thought it was that one, but it don't look like it because that's fresh. That's fresher bark than what's on this.
Yeah, that's very yellow compared to that. I don't know. Oh, weird. Weird, man. Let's check out the size of this piece of quartz that was on our trail. Remember that whole battery thing I mentioned?
Giant batteries.
There's a giant battery. Huh. Neat.
It's just
It's an odd place. Explain that again.
So this tree should have been sticking straight up. Now, as you can see, these logs are now laying on it, and these logs came from up over in here. And these logs, if they fell, this should be somewhere over in their land, not over here on this side.
It's quite the elaborate pen going on that they've got here.
And they even have this holding down.
Right. Huh. Very interesting. Makes a good prop to hold on to, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man.
Little spring of being sprung over here.
Yeah. 60.
EMF in the 60s?
Yep. What's crawl under this?
Yeah, goody.
I don't remember it being this big.
Just a video here, so I might speed this up. So, right now, everybody, as we're kind of taking a break down here in this hillside, we've got lots of rock clacking and something moving through. There's been something that's been very quiet behind us, but something definitely up in this area here, as well as over up in here. We're basically in a valley in between two, what would you call that? Ridges. Sounds better than the goalie. I think in Alabama we just call it a holler.
Yeah, a holler. I mean,
yeah, we got something going on, so we're gonna keep on hanging out and seeing what we get into. See if something wants to get a little braver. That X formation's interesting. It's right about where it's coming from. It's actually right over here. Alright. Maybe we'll get back to you.
that brown one that was just right up there, it's somewhere right in the middle right there.
I've got shadows there. And I've got something brown hanging out up there. Oh, I see the craziest pareidolia in my screen right now. The foliage is making a giant face. I wonder if I can circle that in post-production. I don't know. But it's like a big giant green face out of foliage. It's weird. Well, anyways, everybody, there's definitely two. I just read something. There's two, maybe even three somethings that's getting really, really close to us, which is why we're still kind of hanging out.
It was just over in the woods, because it was further up there. It moved, and then I seen the foliage move straight, literally just straight across from us on the other side, on that other ridge, straight across from us.
Yeah. I don't know. But there's definitely something coming out here and checking us out, getting too close. Yeah. I've heard a lot of activity from that trail. I don't know if you guys can make that out very well. Scare the crap out of me. Anyways, yeah, there's a guy on the trail. Let's see, let's get like right here, going all the way up to that. I don't know if you guys can make that out very well, but there's a lot of things that I'm hearing from over there. I'm seeing shadows up there too.
I'm thinking, one's over here. They're trying to get us to look over in this direction. Now those over here got closer.
Yeah. Well, if we put our mind to monkey business, I mean, to be fair, we did see a small track out here so far. So, if
I don't know if the track really like I'd be fighting out there.
Yeah, this is true.
Find my foot right here.
Yep.
Toes here.
It's very interesting. You might be trying to distract us, but they move little ones. Yada yada.
That's what I was thinking. I've got little ones up there. I'm trying to get them little ones out of here. Them little ones don't know no better.
Yeah.
Stay quiet again. Nobody.
What's your EMF reading? Because it was high in the 60s, and then right before this kicked up, it dropped down into the 20s.
64.
64. So we're back to being high.
And it was at 20.
Yeah.
When the bird started, it was at 20, and now it's back up in the 60s. The birds are hushed.
Very true. Of course, as soon as I stop recording,
birds start back.
Something pop up. Who's that?
I could have swore I heard a growl.
What is that sound? Is that some kind of bird?
It's a mockingbird.
Oh. I don't know that we got any of those.
Definitely something moving.
Yeah.
It's getting close.
Yeah. Something there.
Because we definitely got more than 10.
I believe you're correct. And I think underneath my left leg is a briar.
6 o'clock.
Alright. I'm gonna leave the GoPro running. I'm gonna turn this off.
Straight across from us. That big pine over there, that it was moving right over in behind quick glimpse of the walls moving. I couldn't tell what it was, but it made the walls move and it wasn't the wind. They can be right over right now watching us and we wouldn't even know it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's too thick right now. Just a little colder maybe.
Yeah. But they don't die off. They stay green year round. They don't die. I mean, there could be one right behind us even.
Well, honestly, when it was clacking earlier, when he was clacking from up here, I did hear one response that came from this way.
Okay.
Behind us. About, wasn't that big.
I just heard clack over there. Oh, dude, they're all around us.
That trail.
One, two, three, four. You gotta square it off. There's one over there, one up here, one over there, and then another one up there. That's at least four. I don't see how that got from there to there that fast. I mean, it could have.
No, they're going up, being on trail.
Yeah. Unless it crawled underneath the laurels.
That's always possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sure hope this back camera's working.
It's recording that stick. That's the best place I could have it set up
It's
right
got
now.
128 gig card. I ain't worried about that. As it was working. I noticed that now that I'm actually thinking about it, up here in this, like where I pointed that out,
Uh-huh.
you notice how there's those trees that are crossed in an X right there?
Oh, yeah, it is an X, ain't it?
Maybe it's just from my perspective.
I can see it right here now.
But it looks like they're leaned over like that.
Purposely.
Here's something at 12. I heard something at 6:30.
I heard something about 3 o'clock.
It was kind of a shadow over at 3 o'clock, and I'm trying to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Just keep an eye on it if you're not sure. Because they won't move until you look away. I'm just slowly scanning all this. That way we can, whenever you go back and look at it, you can get a good reference.
Shadow's still there. I wonder if I should take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it. Don't hurt. Worst thing you can do is move away when you take a picture.
That's true.
But then again, it might just sit there. Oh, I'm starting to get nauseous. Yeah. It's 43. It's 7 o'clock. Behind us.
That's what it was earlier. Just
What would you call that?
Ridges.
Ridges. Sounds better than Macomb. Thinking Alabama would just call it a holler.
Yeah, well, the holler. I mean, yeah, call it a holler.
It's not real fun. It's not really fun hanging out. Soon when we get to see if something wants to come say hi. Get a little braver. The next formation's interesting. It's right about where it's coming from. It's actually right over here. But that, yeah, we'll get back here. I found the cage.
Where?
It's literally right there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Right there.
Oh. Well, that ain't it. Yeah, he over exaggerated on that dang old thing. Looks like it's got chain going.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
That's still odd though. Why is there a cage out here in the middle?
I mean, it's definitely out of place. It's funny that it took us like, what, 30 minutes of sitting here to finally be like, oh, hey, look, there it is.
I didn't even see it, dude. I mean, I went over and peed and I didn't even see it.
We've been scanning this area pretty hard. I only noticed like the two uprights from one corner and the corner behind it just being slightly off and like the chain link being between it. And I was just like, well, that doesn't look like a tree. Oh, that's a cage.
Yeah, man, that's funny. Well, he said it was about 4 or 5 foot long, so that's about right. 2 or 3 foot wide. That's still off, though, man. Why would somebody waste their time to come out here and bring a cage?
What if something got a cage full of rabbits or chickens or quails?
I didn't think about that.
Brought it down here for,
We'll
fast
figure
food.
it out if it's busted open.
Or, I don't know, then again, I don't know how they release, like, young wild turkeys. They just airdrop them in, things like that. That's why we have so much turkey sign.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think they release turkeys. I wouldn't think, because, I mean, they're everywhere here.
I don't know, I'm just trying to brainstorm here.
That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know. It's just so odd and out of place for it to be a random cage. I mean, yeah, I could see them bringing it in here if it had food source in it, like rabbits and stuff like that. But it's just out here in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, I haven't really seen much in the way of pig sign out here.
Yeah, they're further on.